Hello, comrades, this is General Luigi, and welcome to Let's Play Pokémon Colosseum. So, as you can see, the next area of Mount Battle involves actually going over lava. Yeah, that's safe. At least I presume it's lava. It could just be... we could actually be inside the volcano, in which case it would be magma. Okay, switch my team around a bit. I'd like to get Octillery to catch up with the rest of my team. Alright, so... looks like this is going to be the same as before. Yeah, why not? We'll use Bubble Beam. Octazooka will be more useful when I actually expect the opponent to withstand the attack. Then again, that Slackoth probably will withstand the attack. Octillery's still rather low level. Yep. Ah, well. Slackoth's not much of a threat. Alright. Psybeam, Bubble Beam. That should do the trick. There's one thing I've always kind of wondered with Espeon. Take a look at a picture of Espeon, and you see that tiny little curve between the eyes and below and just above the bottom of his face? One thing that's always bothered me, is that supposed to be Espeon's nose or his mouth? Well, I happen to be a graduate as well. Defeated Justy without losing a single Pokémon. That was what I did, right? Or did I? No, I pulled it off, right? Don't you love how good my memory is? Well, I remember that battle being more drawn out than difficult. Anyway. Bottom line, comrade, you don't stand a chance. Sure, let's use Octazooka. Just show you what it looks like. Sorry if I hit the mic there. Really need to get a proper microphone instead of a headset. Alright. Fury attack. I remember in my blue version, I caught a Doduo, trained it to the point of evolving into Dodrio. One of the best Pokemon I ever had. Okay, Confusion. Aurora Beam. That should take care of it. Child's play. Newsflash, when you're one of the trainers on Mount Battle, someone will eventually come along and defeat you. That is your purpose. Okay, so... I don't know, maybe this is inside the volcano. I mean, I wouldn't expect there to be such a massive pool of magma down there if it was outside the volcano. Then again, at the same time, if it was inside the volcano, we probably wouldn't see the stuff flowing out of cracks and down into a pool. Rather, we'd see the magma coming up from below. Then again, I probably shouldn't try and make sense of this place to begin with. I mean, what kind of idiot builds a bunch of hovering platforms inside a volcano and calls it safe anyway. Then again, I suppose they never technically called it safe. Apparently this was an... I mean, these guys are tough enough that I'll need more than just the usual 1-2 punch. Okay, let's switch our targets around to this next turn. Hidden Power's type depends on the Pokemon's stats. So that can make it a bit unreliable as an offensive move. Why didn't I think of this sooner? Aurora Beam does a lot of damage against flying types. Alright, down goes Corphish, and I suspect Natu will soon follow. And... yes? No? Yes. Alright. I wish the game gave me a camera angle that would actually tell me whether this was outside or inside the volcano. Nope. Can't change the camera in this game. I would say battling an Elder would make for a nice change of pace, but I've faced a lot of them lately. Psychic and Water, and then Psychic and Water. Alright, let's start with Clamperl, since my memory is that it has pretty decent defensive stats. Okay, Bubble Beam. Sure, 2 Psy Beams. Watch, the first one will knock Clamperl out, and then the second one will be targeted at Abra. Yep! Well, that's not gonna do much damage. Knockoff. I'm trying to remember. Is that a fighting move, a dark move, a normal move? Well, I'll look it up. So yeah, that causes a Pokemon to lose its held item. And then again, since Octillery is actually in this battle, it's not going to make that much of a difference. So, return. Bubble Beam. And that takes care of that. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure Knockoff only temporarily knocks a Pokemon's item off. If it does that permanently, I am going to be really annoyed. You can learn from defeats, too. Not interested. Okay, so... still got the experience share, right? Yeah. Alright, next zone. Well, yeah, I did have a nice cup of tea recently. So I do have my share of energy. Alright, this could prove problematic. Wait a minute. Did I read that level correctly? What? Why are they so low level? Strange. Well, you know the drill. Psybeam, Bubble Beam. Heck, since Magnemite is so low level, this might actually take it out. We shall see soon enough. Almost. And you waste your turn on Screech. You're not going to have a chance to follow up. Confusion. Aurora Beam. Let's end this. What are you doing in Area 4, comrade? You should be further down the mountain. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Items will only get you so far. If your Pokemon can't withstand a couple of hits from mine, those items will not help you. Okay, so Psybeam on Shroomish, since it's part poison. At least my memory said it's part poison. Aurora Beam on Cacnea. Let's see if we can finish this in one turn. Don't expect it to happen, since Cacnea's a bit high level. Then again, Aurora Beam as an ice move will do extra damage against it. Excuse me. We shall see soon enough. Okay, not enough. And you use Absorb against Espeon when there's a perfectly good water Pokemon to hit instead. Money can't buy decent strategies, apparently. Well, okay, I suppose it can buy a strategy guide, but that'll only get you so far. Truth be told, as much as I might be harping on this kind of behavior, there are some things you're better off not learning through personal experience. Don't know how my mind suddenly made that jump. Basically, the people who have read up on something but haven't actually dealt with it in practice. There are some things you're better off not learning through personal experience, in my opinion. For example, you are better off not learning through personal experience that those white mushrooms on your lawn are poisonous. Every now and then on my walks I come across mushrooms. I don't bother to eat them, however, I'm not that stupid. Anyway, I can't claim to be an expert, but from what I have read, pure white is generally a bad sign. In fact, there's this one species, the green-spored parasol. Despite its name, it looks pure white. White cap, white stalk, white gills. And of course, it grows on lawns, so a lot of people will figure from its location and from its appearance that it's harmless. Nope! More cases of mushroom poisoning in North America are caused by that species than any other species of mushroom. Thankfully, it's not poisonous enough to kill you. Poisonous enough to make you regret eating it, though. So yeah, if you come across a pure white mushroom just growing on your lawn or growing in some place where you pass it by, Take the advice of a certain Knit Stories hack. Don't eat the mushroom. Proton John's watching this. He's probably going to be a bit annoyed at that. Ah, well. Don't know why he'd bother with someone as obscure as me. Alright. Is that so? Well, let's see what you have learned. Do you have tougher Pokemon than that? Or are you just training these ones? That's respectable. Not all Pokemon start off really powerful. Alright, yeah, we'll hit Anorith. What's... Never mind, we won't hit it with water moves, because it just fainted. Anorith is part rock, so a water move would be a good choice. Rock Smash, that is going to do very little. Yeah, it does have the bonus of lowering the opponent's defense, but that'll only get you so far. Alright. We'll hit Pineco this time. My leg fell asleep. I need to stop sitting cross-legged when I do these recordings. My leg will inevitably fall asleep as a result. Alright, and Illumise. And I have actually read up on the pronunciation. It's Illumise. You don't believe me? Look it up yourself. From what I understand, the Pokédex app will actually speak the name and tell you as much. Ah, well. Regardless. Okay, that actually kinda hurt. Not a lot. And not enough to make that much of a difference, if any. Alright. That takes care of Pineco. Now we've just got Illumise left to deal with. At this rate, Octillery will be irregular in no time. Alright, Confusion, Aurora Beam, let's end this. So, 2 more battles, right? This is number 38, right? Well, we'll find out in a moment. And I'm running out of things to say. Okay, yeah, that was 38. Excuse me. Will you actually have a chance to do that, Nera? Okay, Nummel will go down very quickly. Depending on how good Espeon's Psybeam is, Bagon might meet the same fate. Alright. And let's use Bubble Beam. It's got better accuracy. Okay. Nera, the fact that your team did absolutely nothing in this battle except faint tells me that you have learned absolutely nothing during your time as a trainer. Well, now's a good time to learn. You do that. Alright. You'll notice that this is just a recolored model of Arth. They will do that in Mount Battle. We'll see a few recycled character models here. In fact, my memory is that the leader of one of the upper areas is basically a female chaser, recolored. Alright, so Psybeam on Lileep, Bubble Beam on Nosepass. Let's see how quickly that takes them out. Right, Lileep has actually some decent special defense. Let's see what Bubble Beam does against Nosepass. Not enough. Okay, it's about to say that it would be a bad move against Octillery, but water types aren't exactly strong against rock moves to begin with. Alright, so Psybeam, Bubble Beam. Let's see what your next two Pokemon are, Trench. Trench, perhaps? I don't know. I'm expecting rock Pokemon, judging by the first two we've seen. Okay, and ground. So what, just rock and ground types? Or are we going to see a somewhat well-rounded team? We'll see soon enough. What have we got here? Rhyhorn. Okay, no. That's just asking for a water move. And I am more than willing to deliver on that. Down goes Phanpy, and I would be quite surprised if Bubble Beam failed to take out Rhyhorn, even with the level difference. We're talking about a double weakness to water, as well as a water Pokemon that has pretty good special attack. Yep. And finally, Barboach. Which I'm pretty sure is part ground, but I could be mistaken. I know its evolved form, Whiscash, is part ground. Ah, well. A couple of Psybeams will do the trick. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if one was enough to do the trick. Yep. Alright, so as you've noticed with the levels, we're actually starting to face some decent opponents. Nothing incredible, certainly not anything that can take out my team. But they're getting up there. Alright. So with that, I will see you next time.